Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Tonight, I had some other things I had to handle. Remember, I told y'all I still have a sick family member in here. My husband caught. He's out there working in them streets, and he has brought them home. So I had to heating him up some. Get out of here, cat. Heating him up some soup. Good evening to you all. Good evening. I found this picture and I was like, this is perfect. This is perfect. I wanted to use that this evening. I said, wow, that's kind of who she's acting like these days. The interesting thing was I had a conversation with somebody today that is a Nikki, I would say a Nikki stan, right? And she's still not at a position or a point yet where she's willing to hold her accountable for anything. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn on my microphone. Hold on. I just realized I never turned my microphone on. Sorry about that, you guys. But yeah, she's not at a point where she is willing to say the quiet part out loud. Y'all see this hot flash popping on me right now? This thing is popping. Hold on, I'm just trying to leave this soup up here. Here's your soup. Your soup. I'm gonna just sit it here. Let it cool down. It's kind of hot. I'm gonna leave this light on. I'll leave the light on. I'll come back and turn it off. Y'all hear that? Man, it's vicious. It's vicious in there. Protect yourselves out here. It's a lot of germs out here. But tonight, I need to bake some more chocolate chip cookies because the kid is working my nerves about it. So while we're chatting, I'm going to go ahead and make these cookies. Plus, I'm going to make some more infused chocolate chip cookies because I told y'all we ate all those. So I'm going to start off. Something going on over here with this dog. She done got herself into something. And over here hacking. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm going to take this half a stick of butter and I'm going to cream it. I saw somebody laughing. Somebody must have saw that picture. Santa needs cookie. Man, big time. Big time. So as we talked about the other day when I had did this before. So I'm creaming up the half a stick of butter. And I'm putting 6 tablespoons of sugar, regular sugar in there. Look, I'm gonna bring this over this way so I can just put it in there. 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar and then a half a cup of brown sugar. Oh shit. Everything falling, y'all. Everything falling. But yeah, we tore those cookies up, y'all. We disrespected those cookies. Something bad. 3, 4, 5. And I shared the recipe for these cookies in my Patreon, right? So don't forget, let me move this RC. Look, I still say this is better than Coke and Pepsi. I don't care what nobody say. It's better than Coke and Pepsi. To me, RC Cola can't be beat. Better than Coke and Pepsi. In my humble opinion. I sure did. I got that stuff all in my finger. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Y'all, I had picked up some wood all crazy earlier today, and I thought that I got it all embedded deep into my finger, but I didn't. I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't even feel that. I thought I didn't even feel it, but that's not what happened at all. So let me get a half a cup of this brown sugar. I'm getting close to needing to refill my brown sugar container. So we got that. We got the 2 sugars in here, and we got our butter in here. So while that's doing that, and y'all know we made these cookies together on Friday. These cookies don't take nothing. I'm gonna let that cream up. And while this is creaming up, we're gonna go ahead and measure out our flour and other stuff like that. So I'm just turning on my mixer behind me. Let me get my flour. We did these cookies on Saturday, and these cookies, they're gone, right? That's why we're doing them again, because they're gone. Okay. This is a really good cookie recipe. So I'm telling you, if you're looking for some good cookies to cook for somebody, these are the best. Uh-oh, you might want to walk around the other way. Okay. Well, these are the best cookies that honestly you can find. Okay. That I have found. They are the perfect amount of perfect chewiness on the inside, but you get crisp around those edges. You know what I'm saying? So to me, what's wrong, Rusty? You got to use the bathroom? Why are you making noise? You're not going in that room right there where that cat box is, okay? You're not getting no cat treats today. He swears brownie mix in that cat box. You say, looks like Kirk and Drag. That's Nikki Kirk. That's how she acting. That's why I put it up. I call that's Nikki Kirk. Because she literally is acting like that right about now. She literally is acting like that. Let me put the baking soda and salt in here. I need my half teaspoon. But yeah, to me, that's how she acting right about now. She didn't get her shit in order. I stand by what I say. She need to get her shit in order. Real talk. I'm not quite sure what she's going for. And I'm not quite sure. Again, I don't see how you come back from that. That's not something you just go, oh, I'm sorry. And you can't explain it away as trolling. You understand? You can't call that trolling. That's not trolling. That's something else she fucking doing. That's something else. Seemed like to me she need money. But maybe that's just me. So, but it seemed to me, sis need cash. And to that, I asked the question, well, what happened to all the money that she made? You know what I mean? See, it seemed to me it's worse to have money. I mean, worse to have it and lose it than to never have that level of money. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, I just wouldn't even want that level of money if it's going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, then, you know, it's pretty tough. I think it's harder when you've had it. I'm taking y'all over here with me. Oh, thank you all so much. But I think it's harder when you've had that money and then you no longer have access to it. All right, y'all. This butter, I was whipping that way too low because that butter had not broken up in here and creamed up. It had gotten stuck. So we're not doing that. We making these cookies up real quick. So tonight, we're going to have cookies in this house. I'm making 2 sets. I'm making regular and I'm making some infused cookies too. Because I make both. You know. And I'm telling y'all, those cookies that I made Saturday, all I'm going to just say is, I know for a fact that those cookies were nice and strong. That's what I do know. That's what I do. And I also know they tasted like cookies, which was the worst. Because when infused food doesn't taste infused, then it's real dangerous. You understand? Because it's really good. You're going to the libation store this evening. What are you going there to get? I still got some stuff. I could make me some more coquito, but I don't want to make it milk based. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it milk based. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. Because me and dairy are not the best of friends as I've continued to age. And I'm honest about that with myself. I ain't gonna even lie about that shit and make it seem like I can just eat all, have all of that milk. Okay, y'all, I feel another splinter in my hand somewhere. You know how you feel like something poking you, but I don't see nothing? I'm gonna have to look in there again later. All right, so creaming up the rest of that. I'm creaming up the... You like Di Serono with ice. Ooh, I've never had that. You say, I have the double tree cookie recipe. Sure, Trudy, send that to me. I'd love that. My grandma ate 3 of my infused cookies last year. She was crawling. She thought they were normal. Oh, no, Grandma. Oh, no, Grandma. Oh, no, Granny. That's not what we want. And matter of fact, I got to check something. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I put my stove on 350, but it needs to be on 375. So I just put it on there. So now I'm going to just put this little bit of flour up in this Mickey flick. And then while these are cooking, then I'll make the infused ones. While these are, because I'm only making like a half batch each. You know what I mean? I'm like, listen. I'm not, because frankly, it's enough where we don't need to do all of that. I wanted to bake a pie for Christmas, but pie crust, I wasn't willing to pay that much. I was just in the store because I had to get cold medicine for my husband, and fucking Theraflu was $12. I said, oh, hell no. Nah. I'm not buying that shit. It's cheaper to buy vitamins. Like the fuck? I gotta slow mix this thing at first so the flour don't go everywhere. But I was like, for that damn price, it's cheaper to be sick. Like the hell, hey Trail. And I said, no ma'am, I left that shit right there. I got something else that was about $7. Even still, I was like, damn. Oh shit, some cookie dough fell out that thing. Oh, that's the worst. When you lose a little piece, a little chunk that you wanted. But yeah, I felt some type of way. I said, oh no, that shit gonna stay right here. And I left it right the fuck there. I did not bring it with me. Yep, I'm not paying $12 for Theraflu. I was like, and it wasn't like some big, ginormous container of it. You know what I mean? And this was in Family Dollar. I started to go inside of the Walmart and get it, but Walmart was a madhouse. I said, shit, I'm not shopping for Christmas shit. I'm trying to go in for something regular. So I left. I'm making some more chocolate chip cookies, Trail. Because we ate up all the other ones. Let's come. Y'all coming back over here with me this way. Yeah, we ate up all the other cookies. Very swiftly. So because that happened, I have to make some more. Because quiet as kept, I'm going to be honest, them cookies good as hell. Them cookies was good as hell. I was like, yo, I don't know if these cookies are just fucking awesome or if I'm just lifted as fuck. I think it was a combination, but I'm telling you, them cookies was good as shit. Like, what? Stop playing with me. So, all right. I'm sorry. They were just good. I was like, damn. I mean, I was tearing them up. I was knocking them back. I was putting 2-3 cookies in a bag, just crushing them out, just eating them damn cookies. And I was like, hold up. And then sometimes I had to catch myself. The infused one's like, yo, you can't be eating these like this. You got something to do today. You got shit to do today, which is not laying upside the wall. Like the fuck? Nah, shawty. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I got to chill out on that. Then I was hiding them from myself. And that didn't work because I knew where they were. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm telling you, make that cookies. I put the cookie recipe on Patreon. It's accessible to everybody. I'm telling you, you make these cookies even if they ain't infused. I guarantee anybody that gets, they going to want them cookies. I guarantee. They're going to be like, yo, can you make those cookies again? Please? Like, please? That's exactly what they're going to say. Please make them again, please. So that's why we making these again. Yep. We making them again because these cookies was good as hell. And yeah, I crushed. I did. I went in. I was very disrespectful to the cookie dough. But nobody was home to catch me. So I was just like, well, shit, I'm going to just eat cookies and blame it on other people in the house. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I said, I'm going to just eat cookies and blame it on other people in here. And I did that. They knew I was lying. They knew nobody else had been here but me. But I made the cookies, so I can do that. It's not like somebody else cooked them and then I came along and I ate all the cookies. That's not what happened. I just didn't anticipate them being this damn good. I'm really serious. This is a very simple cookie recipe. And quiet is kept. The recipe that I gave you online, it says to like let your dough rest. But in the lives, I don't let my dough rest and I'm still fine. So in the fridge, let it cool up, to firm up a little more. If you don't want to do that, you'll still be fine. You'll still be fine. You could, as you can see, you could still make these cookies without letting it sit in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. You can still make them. Man, I'm going to tell you what these would be good with. Because, see, I've done this before. Now, this I've done before. Not with this recipe, but with another recipe. Making homemade chocolate chip cookies. Then you make homemade vanilla ice cream. And then you make homemade ice cream sandwiches. Shh. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I told you, I love big back shit. I'm like, yo, that shit is bomb. I don't know if you've ever done that before, but if you have never done it, make some homemade ice cream sandwiches. Let me take Nikki Kirk off of my screen real quick. Yeah, because Nikki Kirk is all in my business with them gums, and I can't handle it. It's too much. Them gums are extremely offensive. They too in your face. Y'all, I found a picture of the internet is dragging Erica Kirk, and it's conservatives doing it. It's conservatives. They feel like she's not mourning enough. I'm like, you think? You think? Not that you can tell somebody how to mourn. More than anything, she's probably just keep going and really ain't really processed it all the way about what's happening. When the camera goes away, when the cameras go away, the photographers, the crowds, when you sitting in silence, that's when that shit hits you. You know what I mean? Because you don't have no distractions or nothing like that. But they feel like she's not, in a nutshell, they feel like she happy as hell. I told y'all. I said she gonna have them babies and gonna be in the streets. I told y'all. I called it. Seems like to me, one of the things she been waiting for is this spotlight. She been waiting to get this attention, and now she don't have to share it. She's the CEO and owner, of Turning Point. So she feel like she don't have to share it. All right, y'all. So that is done. We are finished with that. As you can see, there is no more dough in there. Let me take this glove off. Because we about to do this again, but with some different ingredients. Like they say. So I'm going to put these in the oven. I start off at 9 minutes and then I go back and watch and see if it's more time. But you see, we all ready to go. Look, that look like professional cookie dough. Now you can make these cookies smaller, but we greedy in here. So I make them bigger. So let me put them in the oven. And by the time we're done mixing up this cookie dough, these cookies will be ready. This is this is not going to take us long at all. Look, I'm gonna eat this little piece of cookie dough. That was delicious. All right, so we're going back and we're gonna make them again. This time we're making infused chocolate chip cookies. Oh, these gonna be some big cookies. That's why I like them too. Look, I'm so greedy. That's why I say, y'all, I tore them fucking cookies up. You heard me. I tore those cookies up. I couldn't help it. They were so good. Real shit. Like I said, I don't know if I was lifted or they was just really good fucking cookies. But I think it's somewhere in the middle. In my, that's what I think. That's why I'm telling y'all to make these damn cookies. Give them as a gift to somebody. So we got to have 6 tablespoons of butter, right? So this is that can of butter that I told y'all I made, right? I have 2 different kinds. I have the kind that's in the couch kind and the other kind. So this is the in the couch kind. So we're going to put the 6 tablespoons in there. So I'm going ahead and that's 3. I'm not really measuring it. I'm kind of eyeballing it. 4. Quiet as kept. I think this last bit of butter in here. 5 is it. 6. I'll mix that in but see, so it's time for me to make some more. This butter, I've been adding it to all types of things I cook, all types of things I bake, all that stuff. So I eyeballed it, right? I think it was 6. Was it 6? Or was it 4? Look. Oh, it's supposed to be 4 tablespoons of butter. That's too much butter. I'm not using all of that. Bump that. Because one thing I know about baking, if I use that much butter, then I got to bump up this recipe some more. And I don't want to bump it up that much no more. So I'm going to take these 2 out of there. Yeah, I can bump it too. And because that butter is not, I'm not going to waste it. It's too good to waste. Because I know it's good butter. So now we're going to put in, let me wipe. Oh, I need a rag. Because I got to dry this out because I had some butter in there. Now I have some can of sugar that I'm going to put in it as well. And we're also going to put some Fico in it like we did before as well. So let me get it, hiding it back here. All right. Uh-oh, that's my small bottle, my bottle that hardly has anything in it. Here we go. So remember I told you guys this is the Fico that we made at the beginning of the month, right? So now we got our can of sugar and I'm going to use 6 tablespoons of that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you turn on the light down there for her? I'm gonna come down there and turn on cat TV for her because I don't think I think she didn't turn on cat TV for her before she left. I don't know if y'all cats watch cat TV, but my cat watches cat. One of my cats likes cat TV, and so you can't tell her nothing. She watches it, and then she want to talk to you about what she watching on TV. I'm like, girl, if you don't watch that thing and shut the hell up, ain't nobody trying to hold no conversation about no damn squirrels. But she'll look right at you like, you see this shit? Yeah, girl, I see it. Okay, got a half a cup of brown sugar. All right, and I can put this sugar up all the way now because I'm done with this. And I'm gonna put this sugar up because this one we don't need for this. Okay, so we gonna put all that up. All right. All right. So y'all see in here, we got our can of butter, we got a can of sugar, and we got some brown sugar in here. So I'm gonna let that start creaming up while we mix up our flour and all that stuff like we just did. Y'all gonna see these cookies are easy to make. The only difference is when you getting ready to put in your what do you call it? You got to put in your FICO and all your other stuff. You add that stuff, you know. And I don't really measure. For those who were in the live with me on Saturday, I didn't really measure it. We let the ancestors talk to us, and then the ancestors tell us what we should do. So we got a cup of flour here. See, I like food. I prefer the preference is eating it. The preference is eating it. And remember, I told y'all when I made my can of butter and my infusions, I use this machine here that I got out of the TikTok shop. Last I checked, they were sold out of that machine. So sorry about that. But last I checked, that machine was no more. So we putting the baking soda in here. Oops. The salt in here. And I'm just going to mix that up. Oh, I was like, I thought something was wrong. Okay. So we got that in here. We got all of that stuff in. All right, y'all. So y'all coming back over here with me. Right? We coming back over here. Right? Look, let me move these prescriptions out the way because I don't want TikTok to be like, you peddling. You peddling. Y'all know how they do. No, I'm not. TikTok, you can't do shit on TikTok. Hey, Patrice, how you doing? All right, so we done creamed up the butter and the sugar, and I can smell the extra. I'm going to say it like that. Now we about to put an egg in here. I got to go buy some more eggs tomorrow, y'all. It's diabolical to be right in front of Christmas and need eggs. Ciao. So we got eggs in there. Got one egg in this recipe. And then, because I'm only making half of it. And then I'm putting some vanilla in there. Boom, boom, boom. We're about to be done with these cookies too. Watch. About to be done. You should put those up. Don't leave them there. Because my counter is able to be seen. Now you see this FICO? This is the FICO that we made from the tincture, right? And you see how much darker it is? So I'm going to just add as much as I want to add. I kind of just keep adding until something in me say, you won't, hammer don't hurt. That's what it say. Okay, this the last one. Bam. Listen. Make you some. Okay. What? Oh. Okay. The ones that's in the oven, they need about 3 more minutes, I would say. They looking light like TI. That's too light. We don't like our cookies that light. We don't do that. So I put quite a bit of tincture in here. Quite a bit of, that cookie smelling good, y'all. That thing smelling good. All right, so let's put this flour in there. And remember, these are the cookies. These are your extra special cookies for Santa. But you tell Santa, you say, Santa, don't eat these till you get home. Because if you eat these while you out delivering presents, your ass ain't going to finish. And all them damn kids going to assume they was naughty instead of nice. So don't eat these cookies until your ass get home, Santa, okay? That's what you do. That's what you say. Now, what y'all think about this Epstein files thing? Did y'all see that even more mess is coming out about it? Like some of the victims, I saw them get interviewed on television, and they were saying their issue with the files is this is stuff that was already out. It's not anything new, and that they're looking for the stuff from, I think, 2008, when like he first kind of went up and there were issues. That's what they want to see. And they're like, we don't see that in these files so far. So basically it was a junk doc dump, just something just to throw people off, which I would agree. It was just designed to get you quiet. That's all. Designed just to get you quiet. Just to, get you to shut up about it. But the people, the powers that be, they really still don't want you to know what's going on. And I think they really don't want you to know, because whatever's going on has not stopped. It has not stopped. It's a huge network of folks with a lot of power and a lot of money and a lot of influence, and nobody wants to be known as that. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people are being protected because of that. All right, y'all see? So that's our infused cookie dough. So we're going to come back over here so we can put our chocolate chips in there. Like I said, we're ready to go. We ready to go. I got to get my other semi-sweet chocolate chips out of here. But yeah, so I think that it's a lot more going on here than we'll ever really know, because there are too many people being protected. Damn, this package was tough. They said we don't want nobody just breaking into the chocolate chips. Damn, let a bitch in. Jesus. All right, we got to go over here and get these other cookies. Hold up, I need some scissors. This ain't working. Okay, there we go, y'all. Now, these chocolate chips are a little bigger. Let me show y'all. See? They're not the mini minis, but it's okay. I just won't need as many, because I don't really like my chocolate chips. Well, maybe not. Maybe I will need as many. All right, let's see our cookies, y'all. Ooh, okay. Hold on. I think I'm going to give them 1 more minute, just because it's a little bit of light skin behavior on a couple of pieces of said cookie, and I don't like that light skin behavior. So now I'm going to just mix up the dough. Get the chocolate chips all mixed in there. You okay, Russ? You got to use the bathroom? I can let you out there if that's what's necessary. I think I'm going to put a little bit more chocolate chips in there. Just a little bit more. All right, y'all. We are ready. So I'm going to take all of this Yeah. All of these things that we used, I'm gonna just put them in the sink. You gotta use the bathroom? Hold on, y'all. I gotta let the dog outside. Come on. I'll let you outside. The old dude said he gotta use the bathroom. Okay, y'all. Let's pull these cookies out of here. I told y'all it don't take a lot to make these cookies. Look, wait till y'all about to see these cookies. Come on, come on, come on. Hold up, they hot. Look at that. Look at that. Look at them. Look at that. Look. Look. See? They turn out perfect every fucking time. Every fucking time. So, hold on for a second. Let me take... I'm telling you, they turn out perfect every damn time. Not sometimes. Every time. That's why I said this is the perfect cookie recipe. You make these cookies, they will look like they came out of some bakery somewhere where you bought them, but that's not the case. All right, y'all. Now these here are the infused chocolate chip cookies. I'm trying to mix up some more chocolate chips in that dough because these are a little bigger chocolate chips than the other ones. The other ones were minis. So I hope this doesn't impact my experience, as they say. So I hope that that's not the case. We'll see though, won't we? The thing is, I got to run out and pick up my kid later, so I can't eat none of these until about 11:30. But I'm going to stay up late and make the sacrifice and taste them so I can come back and let y'all know how delicious they are. So, and as you see, I make them a pretty decent size on a personal level because I don't like them little tiny ass cookies. I'm keeping it all the way a buck. I don't like tiny ass cookies. All right, y'all. I gotta let these two in, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, because they should be back at this door by now. If they're not back at the door, it's because they're fucking around. And Russ just be standing out there smelling the damn air. He drive a creep for the neighbor next door. You know what I mean? Stalking them, watching when they come and go and shit. I'm like, yo, you like, what's that movie with Sam Jackson? Where he acting all obsessed about Kerry Washington and you know, Patrick, whatchamacallit, I forget his name. You know, he does the little whatchamacallit movies. Come on. And of course, Rusty come back in and Rusty smell cookie dough. So Rusty is all over it like, wait a minute. What's that? What's that smell? Something you can't have. That's what that smell is. But I'm telling y'all, make these infused cookies. But don't do like somebody in my live say, make sure Granny don't get them. Because if Granny gets them, she gonna be upside the wall. And we don't want her upside the wall. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna be able to make the cornbread if she upside the wall. So we need to make sure Granny don't get nowhere near these cookies. All right, you guys. I'm just trying to put the last couple on the thing, and then we're gonna put the other ones on the baker's rack and let them cool. Now, and then we're gonna test those out. These smell good, and you can smell the fact that you can smell some of what's in there. I'll say it like that to me, because I know what it smells like. I smell my can of butter. Some of that can of butter, that's what I smell. Because that's some good butter. That is some good butter. I got to make some more butter. And it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be to make it or clean up. using that machine there. All right, y'all. Okay, final cookie. Final cookie. The final countdown. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Look, I'm showing my age. All right, y'all. So another set of cookie dough. This is the infused chocolate chip. All right, so let's put that in the oven 9 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna put it for 10 minutes because I know I'm still need to go longer than 10 minutes. However, all right, y'all. So let me get all of this cookie dough stuff off of here, and let's bring the cookies over here and scoop them suckers up and put them on this tray. What are y'all whining about? Why are y'all fighting over space? And y'all got a California King situation over here. My dog's got a real good situation on this floor. They don't have no reason to be beefing about who sits where. Look at that cookie. Look. That fit in your hand. To the bottom. Good cookie. Listen. Let's go ahead and put them all on this little rack right here and let them cool. I told you, these are the perfect chocolate chip cookies. The perfect chocolate chip cookies. Frankly, I would use this as a core recipe for a whole bunch of cookies. To be honest with you, it's that good of a cookie recipe. It's perfect. Look at that. Look, I'm gonna bring you closer. Look at that. Look at that. Now that's a chocolate chip cookie. Imagine you having this tonight with some milk. Hey, you not getting none. Stop whining. Imagine you having this with some milk tonight. Listen. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. See, I didn't come to play. I came to make treats. Because tonight, when I come back home from picking up the kid, I want to have popcorn and I want cookies. I'm doing all types of big back behavior tonight. Then I'm going to get up in the morning and go to the gym. I told y'all I work out for snacks. I can't speak for other people, but I work out to eat snacks. These are the perfect, and I said it and I'm going to keep on saying it, the perfect chocolate chip cookie. The perfect. See, these don't really make it to give away to nobody. Look at that chip. Look. Look. Sweet and salty. See, on the inside, when you see it like that, that means it's going to be chewy on that inside. It's crunchy and crispy all around the outside. But all of this area right in here, that's chewy. Man, what? The recipe is on my Patreon. I put it up the other day. I gave it to everybody. This is hands down a great cookie recipe. It is a great cookie recipe. I would have to say one of the best cookie recipes I've ever made. One of the best ones, because you're talking about the perfect chewy, it's salty, it's sweet, it's chewy, it's crispy, it's all those things wrapped up. That makes an exceptional cookie. And then when we pull these other cookies out, these infused cookies, right? When we pull the infused cookies out the oven, you know what y'all gonna say? You gonna say you can't tell the difference. Are you making a part 2 book with these new recipes? Yeah, I plan to put the new one, these other ones in there too, but I shared one of them on my Patreon. Anybody can access that recipe and get it. Anybody. I'm thinking about making an infusion book too, an infusion cookbook too. Because again, to me, the key to great infusion items is at its core, the food has to taste good. To me, the infusion is an extra layer on top. If the food doesn't taste good, To me, the infusion don't matter because I'm not eating that. But if the food tastes good, I literally have to tell myself to stop eating that. You see the difference? So to me, y'all understand where I'm coming from? To me, there's a difference. So I personally want to be in a situation where I have to tell myself, you can't eat those. You can't eat that because that shit is going to have you upside the wall versus I'm only eating it because I know it's infused, but it tastes like crap. I don't like that because I've tasted some infusion things that taste disgusting where I'm like, that don't even taste good. It almost is like having medicine, which to me takes out all of the fun of infusions. Shouldn't it taste good? That's how I feel. That it should taste good. But if it doesn't taste good, then you're less inclined to eat it. You're less inclined to enjoy it. And for real, you're wasting flour. If it ain't no good, you wasted flour making that, using infusions, using Fico or using tincture for it, but you're wasting stuff if at its core the food is trash. That's how I see it. Y'all, I haven't gotten a chance to watch that 60 Minutes thing yet today. Today's been a crazy day. Crazy day. It's like everything that needed to pop up today popped up. And plus, like I told y'all, my husband's sick. And y'all know how men are when they get sick. Chill. I'm dying. Okay, chill. Okay. I'd rather have a sick 2-year-old. Thoughts on the Patriot Games? Another way to waste our money. I would rather them give people SNAP benefits. I'm being honest. I would rather American families have food on their table over some fucking Patriot Games. To me, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of fucking money. There are other things that our government could be doing with that money over stupid shit like that. And quiet is kept. It's just going to be a way for corporations. Watch corporations sponsor shit. It's just another way for corporations to funnel money to the president. Because ultimately, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a whole bunch of those companies funneling money to the president for his favor to either get mergers approved. Because I think during the Trump presidency, we're going to see a record number of corporate mergers too. While they know they can do it without really any government oversight, all you got to do is pay government and you'll get your approval. We're going to see a lot of merging, a lot of companies trying to buy up. Because again, I told you it's about a small subset of rich people that want to own everything. So they're going to take advantage of this opportunity to buy up as much shit as they can. Real talk. They're going to use this opportunity to buy up a whole lot of things. A whole lot of things. Think about it. If you had no morals and character, and you know government has no morals and character, and you got more money than the eyes can see, wouldn't you throw money at that problem? That's what them rich people doing. Throwing money at that shit. That's exactly what they're doing. Throwing money at it. Proving that they could pay taxes. They just don't want to pay taxes. Real shit. Proving they could pay taxes, but they just don't want to. Rich people don't want to pay their fair share. They want to use our government. They want to use the systems that our tax dollars pay for. They just don't want to pay into it. They just want to be able to take from it because they want to go with the lie. We're job creators, so because we create jobs, we shouldn't have to pay taxes. Corporations almost want to operate like churches. That's what it seems like to me. Corporations want to operate like a church and not pay taxes. Y'all, this high flesh is tearing my ass up something terrible. But yeah, that's what it seemed like to me. They just don't want to pay taxes. And they're very successful at not paying taxes. If rich people work this hard to pay their fair share of taxes, I've said this before, we could have affordable housing, free free education, whether it's college or trade school for every American. You understand? A lot of things could happen. We could have high-speed rail. It's crazy that in 2025, America still don't have high-speed rail. But then all these other countries have high-speed rail. That's nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts. America is a huge country. So we should have high-speed rail if for no reason other than it would allow people. Okay, that still need more time, y'all. So time, we're going to do 5 more minutes. Y'all, them cookies look good. Now, those cookies are a little bigger and fatter because the chocolate chips are bigger. Interesting. I like them a little thinner though. So I got to get me some more of those miniature chocolate chips. Yeah, we're way behind. We should have high-speed rail. The best we got in America is fucking Amtrak. And no slight to Amtrak. I like Amtrak. Oh, what's that? Oh, because I let the water touch it. I was like, how'd that water get in there? I like Amtrak. Amtrak is cool. I've taken Amtrak a many a day up the East Coast, New York and back, the Acela train, the regular trains. I've gone, I like Amtrak. Amtrak's pretty cool, but Amtrak ain't high-speed rail. Imagine if you had access to high-speed rail and say you wanted to take, you can get a sleeping car and be on high-speed rail and travel all across America in like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? But we can't do that because America doesn't make those types of investments. Instead, they want companies to build high-speed rail, but companies don't want to build high-speed rail without tax breaks, right? Because they want to build it for free. Why? I mean, they don't want to have to pay to build it, but they want to make profits. So as long as government continues to not make investments and wait for rich people to do it, it's going to stay being a damn problem. But we should have high-speed rail by now. We should have high-speed rail by now. The fact that we don't have high-speed rail, to me, is a testament to the dysfunction of our government. Yep. It's a dysfunctional ass government. Because if government was functional, at the very least, they would be approving things like high-speed rail. Yep. But instead, to your point, Tiffany, our money goes to fund football stadiums. Think about how many jobs could be created with high-speed rail all across America. You should be able to take a high-speed rail car anywhere in America, but you also should be able to do Amtrak. Because I don't think, okay, these have gotten cooler. I think that a lot of people, no, I'm going to put them in these bags. I think that a lot of people don't understand that in America, a lot of our goods still move heavily through railroad systems. All of that stuff is not coming from truckers on the road. A lot of our shit still gets moved through the good old railroad system. Yet the country doesn't do anything to shore up that system to make it better. That's crazy work to me. That's crazy work to me. Because I know some people wonder what the hell is on these trains. Like when you hear about a train derailment, y'all start thinking, what's on these damn trains? All types of stuff. So y'all, let's take one of these cookies. Oh, let me flip my other cookies around. Ooh, y'all, these smell good. I opened up the oven and got hot boxed real quick. I was like, oh shit, hold up. I was like, wait a minute. So we're going to take this cookie because it's smaller, right? Look at this cookie. Look. You see that? See that? Mm. So there's an outside crunch, but chewy on the inside. Man, what? You said railroads going, yep. Railroads never shut down. They're 24/7. Yep, none for us. He went to lay down, he gave up. Oh shit, he got up. He heard me say his name. But yeah, railroads never rest. And also, I don't think people think about when the railroads have an incident, they got to go through a lot of reporting for that incident. Hold on, y'all. Railroads have to go through a lot. Okay, y'all. Here come my infused cookies. Look, you see me? Mm, 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 mm. I'm gonna give them one more minute. Y'all, that's a good cookie. So, somebody must have thrown the bag away. Okay. So this is the regular, right? Because I don't even keep the loadeds in here. So we gonna put all of these. Y'all better start baking your own cookies and having them at home and just throwing them on the counter. And people can, if they want cookies, they reach in the bag or the cookie jar and get cookies. These cookies gonna be better than any cookie that you buy at the store. No, stop whining. You can't have this. I'll give you something when I'm done. Look, whole bag. Whole bag. Anybody, and I'm gonna leave them sitting here on this table, on this counter, and they can eat cookies whenever they're ready for them. All right, y'all, let's get these other ones out of here. I'm gonna turn my oven off because I know I'm done there. These are some easy, fast cookies to make. Y'all. Hold on. I gotta put both. Look. Now, those are our infused cookies. You see? Now, these chocolate chips are bigger. They're not the mini ones. But I know that these big chocolate chips are giving me some level of PTSD because I don't really like big chocolate chips because they remind me of dry-ass chocolate chip cookies you can buy in the store that always had them big-ass chocolate chips, but the cookie be dry as hell. So it's kind of triggering me a little bit. But I know this cookie not dry. Uh-oh. That was some hot chocolate. So, and I'm going to show y'all the infused cookie up against the standard cookie. This is why I keep them separate, because you can't tell the difference. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to do that. Now, look. This is the regular cookie. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is the regular cookie. Ooh, this is hot. I got to put that down. That's too damn hot. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. That infused cookie is hot. It just came out the oven. Shit. But this is a regular one. These are the infused, right? That's a regular one in the front, next to the infused. Regular, infused. To me, a good infusion is you can't tell the difference. You can tell by how you feel, but you can't tell by looking at it. You can faintly tell from a smell, but you can't tell from nothing else. So you can use this same cookie recipe to make infused cookies. Okay? So, y'all, I can't wait till we meet up tomorrow morning because I want to talk some more about these Epstein files for sure. More details on that. I also want to talk about what's going on with more of these businesses going out of business. And then if y'all noticing, a lot of these corporations are doing end of the year layoffs because they want to keep their profits high. So they're laying people off like they always do, playing that fucking game. So we're going to have a great discussion tomorrow. Those of you who are members of the Patreon community, I have already put up this week's podcast episode. It's called it's called Connecting the Dots, right? Listen to it. I think that you'll enjoy it and let me know what you think because I tried a little bit of a different approach with my format. So let me know what y'all think about it. Yep, Tyson closing the plant. But y'all heard about the bourbon company. They're not making any new product in 2026 at all. All they're going to do is package up what they already have and ship that shit out. They're making zero new stuff. Yep. They're not making nothing. See, their money got fucked up when Trump fucked up our relationship with Canada. See? Canada was buying that shit. Canada won't buy it no more. See, that relationship with Canada is permanently severed. Because they pissed. The Canadians are pissed. So we're done. Just so y'all know, we're done with that. That relationship's over. I accept that. Because we ain't got no choice. That's none. Trump permanently fucked that up. And quiet as kept, he getting that close to fucking up our relationships with the EU. Permanently. Yep, so we're going to have a great conversation tomorrow. Listen, I appreciated y'all being here with me tonight. I had promised my family I was going to make these cookies. So I had to make the cookies. I love you guys. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support. I will see you first thing in the morning, okay? Have a beautiful and blessed evening. I love you so much. And be safe. And look, I'm eating cookies, Shell. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love you. Okay.